Hey, vibrant soul, you're listening to Creative Recharge, Unblock Your Energy, with your host, Caria Watt at aquahaura.com. The world outside is a swirl of deadlines, notifications, expectations, and many voices pulling you every which way. But right now, you've chosen your own little circle of stillness. You chose to be here with me. I love that about you. So let's look at something so ordinary you might have overlooked it completely. Your breath, the science of calm, and what happens when you breathe deeply. And I don't mean another cliche about take a deep breath. We both know that never scratches the surface, especially when you're stressed. Instead, let's get really curious. Peel away what you think you know what happens when you breathe deeply and explore why does it matter most and what's truly going on underneath each time you slow down for a conscious breath. Here's the truth. Most spend their lives breathing just to survive. They don't realize breathing deeply can be an anchor, a reset switch, or a steady hand guiding you through the chaos. They never see how it keeps you tethered, present, and free from the worst storms, even when you barely notice it. So just for a moment, land here with me. Strip away the pressure, the performance, and the expectation. Let yourself just be. Find a way to settle, whether you're moving gently or resting fully. Eyes shut or gaze soft. There's no right answer here, just your truth. You deserve a pause. Can you give yourself permission? Now breathe in through your nose. Notice what happens, the quality, the depth. Are you chest breathing? Is your belly soft? Are your shoulders tight? There's no wrong way. It's just simple awareness. Exhale through your mouth like you're fogging up a mirror. Let tension in your face and jaw melt. With each out-breath, imagine a slow wave washing away the build-up, the heavy stories, the stress, the endless shoulds. Keep company now with your heart. Imagine a gentle, protected space in your chest, untouched by stress. A warmth growing right where you need it most. Put a hand on your heart if it feels right. You know what that's called? Coming home to yourself. Let's set a collective intention. Today, may you meet yourself more deeply and discover something honest and real about the science and spirit of calm. Let's learn how your breath can become your compass, a beacon whenever life gets loud, complicated, or overwhelming. And let's walk into this with curious hearts, not with any pressure to do it perfectly. Even if a flicker of calm finds you here, trust me, there's more. Subscribe and join my newsletter Rhythm at aquahaura.com/rhythm. It's a circle of souls coming back again and again to what truly matters. So let's get honest. What's really going on when you pause to breathe deeply? Why are we still having this conversation even after decades of yoga and mindfulness trends? Not too long ago, I caught myself in the thick of stress where not even a deep breath seemed possible. Picture this, a hospital waiting room, my heart pounding, hands like ice, thoughts racing with the worst case scenario. You might know that feeling, that powerlessness, that tension, as if even breathing could shatter you. Back then, I wasn't thinking about the nervous system or the science behind a breath. I just wanted one window inside of myself, relief, even for a moment. People kept saying to me, just breathe. But if calming down were that easy, why wasn't I calm already? Maybe you thought the same thing. What turned it around wasn't magic, it was deep curiosity. After the crisis passed, I made a vow to myself to learn what deep breathing really changes for me. The way you breathe has been shaping your mind, your mood, and your very sense of presence since the moment your lungs first opened in this world. Let me introduce you to one of the quietest allies, your diaphragm. Not just a word from yoga class or music, but the real muscle under your ribs. It's curved like a gentle dome. Most of us ignore it until a coach or teacher tells you to breathe from your diaphragm or your belly. This overlooked muscle is a gateway to your calm. If your breath is shallow, high in your chest, shoulders tight, your body thinks you're in danger. That's your sympathetic nervous system, or in other words, fight or flight. All systems alert. It's perfect if you're running from a wild animal, running a race, or running from something scary or dangerous, but not so perfect if it's just your boss or your to-do list. Now, when you slowly, steadily breathe, so your belly rises, you trigger the opposite system, your parasympathetic. This is your rest and digest mode, your safe haven, your internal sanctuary. Your body says, it's okay, you can heal, you're safe to think clearly, create, and digest life. Enter the vagus nerve, the longest wandering nerve to your body, threading from your brain through your chest into your belly. It carries messages of calm. When you exhale slowly, it tells your heart to slow, your immune system to rise, and your mind to quieten down. Let me share a personal story, not just the data. Years ago, a client of mine, let's call her Sarah, came to me filled with nervous energy. She was convinced she was just anxious. We tried talking, movement, but every time I asked her to focus on her breath, I could see resistance. So as an experiment, I asked her to lie down, place a book on her belly, and count how long it took to make the book rise, how long it took to let it fall. After 5 rounds, she went from giggles to quiet surprise. Her voice softened. Her face changed. Her whole energy softened. She asked, does the science really back this up? Well, the answer is yes, it really does. That's why I don't want you to just know about deep breathing. I want you to feel it. I want you to realize you don't have to armor up every day. Your breath is always ready to help you. Why should you care about this? Why should anyone bother to remember where their diaphragm sits or what the vagus nerve does? Because you and I are living in the thick of a world that's almost always on. If you're alive in this moment, it's like you're swimming in a sea of notifications, worries about loved ones, what's going on in the world, or relentless inner chatter, especially at night. Modern life tells us hustle, complete, keep pace, push through. But your nervous system, it craves rhythm, candors, cycles where tension gives away to ease, action yields to stillness. Deep breathing is our ancient organic way of resetting those imbalances. Here's what researchers know. Just 60 seconds of slow, intentional diaphragm breathing ripples through your entire system. Your blood pressure starts to drop. Your heart rate regulates. Blood flow shifts away from survival mode, panic, and moves towards healing, digestion, even creative thinking. Cortisol, your chief stress hormone, calms down. You're literally less reactive to anxiety, all because you remembered, wait, I can just breathe here. This isn't about speaking constant bliss. It's about choosing to meet your own humanness with kindness, presence, and a little compassion. Real calm can't be gifted by others. It can only be remembered when you return to your breath for yourself. So when does this actually matter the most? Let me paint a picture, because learning to use your breath isn't about hypothetical perfect days. It's about real life. Maybe at sunrise before anyone else is awake, clutching a steaming mug of tea or coffee, you take 3 slow breaths, letting clarity and ease set the tone of your day. Or you're about to walk into a high-stakes meeting. Your heart rate picks up, your mind races. You take a steady belly breath or 2, anchoring yourself, feeling your feet on the floor. You remind your nervous system, I can be here, I'm steady, I'm grounded. Or when your housemates, your kids, your partner are fraying your very last nerve, instead of snapping, you pause, gather yourself with one thoughtful breath, resetting not just your own energy, but the whole room. Or at night when sleep refuses to come and your thoughts bounce, 3 mindful breaths, a gentle reminder that night is for rest. Maybe it's before a creative practice, a song, a letter, a heart-filled conversation. This moment matters. We're here now. You don't need a special app or tools or an audience. You already have everything you need everywhere you go. Your breath is with you for every season, every age, every moment of crisis, every burst of joy. Now, maybe you're thinking, Kari, I've tried this and sometimes it doesn't fix everything. I get it. We're all programmed differently to chase numbing over noticing, productivity over presence. It's easy to feel defeated. Let me remind you, this isn't about fixing yourself or reaching some magical state. The world has conditioned us to override our bodies, to silence our own best signals. There's no shame if it feels hard. It's not your fault, but you can always begin again. Think about Olympic athletes. Notice how they close their eyes, take a slow breath before they leap. That's learning to focus and be a master of their nervous system. Picture an artist hovering over a blank canvas, using long exhales to quieten the mind so inspiration flows. You might be a parent with a child having a meltdown, using your breath as a regulator, not to suppress but gently guide the tone for everyone in the room. Or you right here now, choosing one breath over a snap reaction. Wherever you go, your breath is right beside you, quietly transforming your experience. If you're ready to go further to discover exactly how to tailor these practices for your own unique story, that's the work we do inside my paid membership or mentorship at Akwah Aura. I will give you bespoke breathing routines that will help you with your personalized check-ins and more. It's waiting for you to support your true transformation. So why learn all this? Why invest your time into understanding something so foundational as breathing? Because your breath is your anchor, your boundary, your medicine. No matter what chaos swirls around you, your breath is always yours. When you decide, even for a moment, to breathe consciously, you trust in your own resilience and in your power to recalibrate again and again. The quality of your breath becomes the quality of your presence you bring, not just to yourself, but to every relationship, every challenge, every act of creation. Calm isn't what's handed down or gifted. It's a daily practice, quietly and bravely reclaimed. That to me is the act of a sacred rebellion. In a culture obsessed with speeding up, you honor slowing down. Even if you take 3 deep breaths every time you remember, you deepen your mastery. Not perfection, just kindness returned to you over and over. And if you want more stories, science, and soul reminders for living with energy and calm, subscribe to Rhythm. It's my newsletter at akwahaura.com/rhythm. It's a safe landing space for future tools, stories, and support. No spam, no pressure, just regular nourishment for your soul. So how are you feeling? Did this time together spark even a gentle shift, a little ease, a new lightness, a quiet hope? Hold on to that. Let it echo through the rest of your day. You are not your circumstances, not your business, not your stories. You are the one who can return again and again to the truth and peace inside yourself. Thank you for meeting me here in your honesty, curiosity, and willingness to trust the remarkable power of the simple breathing exercise. You don't have to walk this path alone or rush it. You deserve to take space to heal, to shine on your own terms. Next time, we'll talk about 5 of the mindless habits that secretly exhaust you. Habits you can notice, question, and shift. So stay close. Subscribe to my podcast if you haven't already, because you're not going to want to miss the next one. Until then, be gentle with yourself, stay curious about your breath, and keep shining your sacred, unrepeatable light. The world needs exactly who you are. Until next time, peace.